Hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream 868 I believe. Oh hi there Remco, I haven't seen you in a while on the streams. Hi there. Hi and welcome, I hope everything is working correctly. It seems like it is, and as such, here we are. Here we are. Hello everyone. Now here's the thing, there's a lot of things I could do today. And I do mean a lot of things. Yeah, by the way, everything is still here from last time when we disassembled body. So, I'm gonna let you all pick what we're gonna do today. How about that? I'm gonna make a poll and you will decide what I'm gonna be doing today. What should I do? Professional at making a messy table. This solved my near and dear body, alright? It was emotional. Hi there, Chronomus, hi. Cat video, absolutely not. I'm gonna give you some options, which is mechanics, then there's also computer science, then there will be chemistry. Would it be chemistry too? What else? Because 4 options would always be nice. I could also pick the plexiglass thing for the box. Why? Capital Y, you mean why dye the simple body? Or why to something different? Or why to not making a cat video? What did body do? Oh yeah, no, it sucked. It sucked completely. So I kind of tore everything out and we're starting from scratch. That's the basic idea. I don't know, 4th option, something else, whatever, start the poll, there we go. Hard reset, spot on, exactly. So, you all pick away, and in the meantime, I'm going to make some coffee. How about that? I feel like that's a perfectly valid thing to do. Why no physics in options? I mean, mechanics is physics in a way. That's because with physics I'm more specific. There is no, like, mechanics, that's classical mechanics, literally. There is no quantum or particle physics or anything like that because we ain't got that big of a budget. Oh my gosh, oh golly, the mechanics is winning. Okay, I should probably get on the coffee making. We're using my not favorite cup because my favorite cup is currently in the dishwasher. Hold on, I need to go get some water. What about other dimensions? I don't have access to that. I've lost my interdimensional bus pass, you know? Do we have a budget for that? No, unfortunately not. The bus prices are expensive nowadays, you know? And coffee. Of course. I keep my coffee in the same place as I keep my cat food. Of course I do. This time we're going back to vanilla because it's the only one I have. There, that should be enough. Okay, I'm gonna turn around now and see what's winning in the poll. And it is mechanics tied with computer science. Ooh, curious. So, that's my kettle in the background. I do apologize for the noise, but you know. One 4-dimensional bottle. Not Klein, no, not again. Okay, by the way, if we're starting with mechanics, we might as well start with another box that I have. Because you gotta know I love my retail therapy. So I got yet another box full to the brim with goodies. And we're gonna start by me unpackaging that box. It's just full to the brim with different goodies and greatness, and I'm just kidding, I just bought screws, that's it, that's all I've done. I just bought screws, I just bought M2 screws. That's because I have a bunch of M3 screws, as you can see, and I have actually even more M3 screws because this is full of M3 screws, but I didn't have any M2. Isn't that fun? We're having fun. We're doing a bit of a jest. We're having our fun. It's exciting and such. Okay. Everything is tied. You are all so indecisive. You are all so unbelievably indecisive. If you don't make a decision, then I'm bringing out the Wheel of Fortune and we're just gonna let randomness decide. Have you signed the SKG initiative yet? What is that? What is SKG initiative? Oh, you're gonna make me look it up. Wait. Stop killing games. Oh, it's one of the EU petitions. I should really make my account on the EU petitioning website, because if I remember correctly, once you have your account, you can just sign whatever petitions you want with like a button click. Remain playable even after the publisher abandons them. I forgot we live in the modern times. I still have, to this day, somewhere, I would need to go and look for it, but a disk drive copy of Dune 2000, alright? Those were the good times, my goodness. I loved that. That was my first favorite game. Dune 2000. I don't know if anyone here remembers that, but that was a good game. I loved it. Okay. Well, I've made my coffee. Hi there, Theo. Hi and welcome. Hi and welcome. How are we feeling? Can I switch my vote over to chemistry? Yeah, sure. YouTube allows that. Are you all really picking chemistry now? Do you want to be cool? Okay, well then. So allow me to reveal what my plans were. For the mechanics, I thought we would just design Botti, newer version. You know, the gear system, the entire gear system that we mechanics won. It won on the beginning, but unfortunately people changed their choices, you know. I only counted 2 votes to chemistry. Oh, how naughty. Okay, so here was my plan, alright? Here's my I love democracy. Pretty tame today, yeah. That's good. Good to hear. I wasn't even born when Dune 2000 came out. So what? You can still enjoy the game. It's still a good game regardless. Can we get a cat cam? The cat is sleeping, and thank goodness, because it's normally either sleeping or annoying me. So, here was my plan. My plan was that for mechanics, we would obviously design the gear system, the transmission system for Botti, because, you know, that's kind of important. For computer science, I thought we would just handle the Raspberry Pi Zero, set up a headless installation, and maybe eventually we could even work up to a 5, but that was for computer science. And for chemistry, well, I had 2 ideas. But to be fair, I don't really have much prepped for the chemistry one, so that's gonna be a bit rough. But my 2 ideas were either making a glowing blue fluorescent, well actually no, blue would be rough, glowing probably violet fluorescent material. And that's, I'm saying guessing, because I just have a theory which should make a violet fluorescent material, but I'm not quite certain if it would. And then either that or planning for sulfuric acid. Those are the 2 ideas for chemistry. Because I do have still a tab of copper sulfate. It has better sleep rhythm than you. What do you mean? It's 10 in the morning where I live. It's good that I'm awake. I woke up at 6 a.m. today. I'm in an amazing rhythm. I missed abusing my powers. Yeah, David, I wouldn't backtalk to Remco. Remco is a moderator both on YouTube and on Discord. Acid, you say acid. But for acid, you would just plan it because I don't have enough of a setup to actually do it yet. So for acid, we would just more likely plan. Yeah. Oh, computer science is tied. I should give you all more time to decide, honestly, because the indecisions are just indecisive. I could also pick mechanics because it's the least. Well, something else is, but that's obviously jack of all trades. We could pick mechanics just because they would be funny. Because I could screw with all of you and picking the option that has the fewest amount of votes. That would be funny. Oh, decisions. So many fun things to do. Oh, another thing. Hold on, I'll let you all pick a bit, and I'm gonna go for. For the print. I finished printing quite a while back ago. It's this. It's for the box. Anyone voting against democratic mechanics is getting a ban. This is the box thing. Nah, fuck it. This is the basis for the box. Right here. I know you can't see it all that well, but at the front it does say proof that Make It has a brain, which I think is hilarious. And then inside the box we will have this just on the stand. So I suppose we can start lashing, as you know, everyone is still voting because everything is changing a bit too much for me to comfortably just pick a single one. At the start of the live stream, I might as well just start by printing the edges of the box as well, because that's a quick job, not much creativity there. So, you know, just a nice thing to pass the time whilst you all are still picking. Workshop, this and box. In the meantime, anything interesting happened? How are you all feeling? I know I already asked that, but usually people don't respond until I ask them multiple times. Hence why I need to ask you multiple times how you all feeling. Just evil gravity by dropping the gears. I'm not picking them up. I don't quite know how to get them out of the gear holding thing. Oh, the bearings, sorry, I'm not getting out the bearings. Okay, so, right here we have the connector. One of four connectors that we will have for the box. But that's just one of them. That is the short connector. And then it is time for the not short connector, which is called short connector. You can see that the short connector is actually longer than the short connector, because it doesn't make sense. Nothing I do makes sense. And as such, we're just going to position them properly. No, wait, auto is what I meant, obviously. Yep, as expected. And then pray, alright? Finger crossed, pray that if I enable supports with hybrid, we don't get any supports in the middle. Please. Yes! Oh, I am good at what I do. I am proper good at what I do. Okay, that's good. Because now what we can do is we can just have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. And then we can rotate it. And then we can have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. Like this. Oh, phenomenal and beautiful. How long will it take to print? 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. Excuse me, full name. Oh no. you drive, Dad drives a Renault. May I select more than one at once? Oh, I can. Good. That's because I would bring them more into the middle. Slice plate, print plate, bed leveling. I don't know if I have enough material for it. I hope that I do. But yeah, send it. Because if I don't, then the top of the print won't be printed correctly, which is a kind of a problem, because in this case the top of the print isn't the actual top of the print, it's like the innermost edge, which is semi-important, but doesn't matter. Alright, chemistry 1 with 47%. Really. Fine, I'm locking it in. And Paul. Chemistry. There we have it. Chemistry 47%. So let's do it then. I need to clean up over here in order for us to do anything. That's what we're gonna start the lashing move, or we're gonna start with cleaning up. Isn't that fun? Oh geez, oh golly. Oh golly, oh geez. 16 votes with 19 votes with 6 people in chat. Listen, Remco, if you have a solution to how to solve that problem, I'm all ears, but SMH my head. I agree, Theo. SMH my head. We will need to... There is so much on this table. Alright. Alright. I need to be at least a bit clever about the way I hide my tools. So locked in right now. Locked into what? I hope not the live stream, because the live stream is rather silly. I can reduce it to 1 vote with 2 people in chat. Okay. We will need a lot of... I don't want to throw away the body parts. I like it. Oh my goodness, fortunately I do have a box right here that was from my centrifuge. Oh yeah, the gun, don't mind that. That's not important. The box, and we can actually put all of the body parts into the box. Because I don't want to throw them away. I'm gonna use them in the video to talk about the design. I also will use them because my cat is eyeing up the printing that I'm doing right now. It's useful to throw it at him. I'm just saying. It's convenient. The wheels as well. Makers, your video helped me get an A in chemistry this year. Well, I'm glad I could help. But please don't take the next segment of the next chemical segment of the live stream as educational. It will be... Well, it will be a lot of things, but educational won't be one of them. Alright. Sweet. Next. Well, next we need to throw away all of this garbage. Because we can't walk on an uneven surface. I can't walk in these circumstances. It's ridiculous. On an uneven surface. Like animals. Okay. This should be enough space to do. So what are we making? Fluorescence or acid? What are we doing? Acid. This is not gonna be as exciting as you think. Oh, all of my glassware is just covered in shit. I'm just kidding, that's not shit. That's piss. That's boiled urea. Fluorescent. Oh, we've got a fight. Let me see, is this fluorescent by the way? Oh! It already is a bit fluorescent. You can see the green colors, which is solid. I would need some more proper glassware for this. We could actually start the live stream by cleaning up my glassware. That sounds lovely. Because I do have this to clean up, I do have this to clean up. And I do love these two beakers here. So, I am biased to glowy stuff. Oh. Glowy stuff. Never mind, everyone pick fluorescence. I think that's good then, because fluorescence requires less of a preparation, because I've already been doing it. But first, I would really like to clean up my glassware, if you don't mind. So, in order to clean up my glassware, well, I'm just gonna clean up my glassware, that's kind of it. We're just gonna... I just would like to remind you, you all picked this. You had options. I could have done the gear system, I could have done computer science. You picked this. I am cleaning my glassware on stream. That's what I'm gonna do. It's your choice. Scrubby. You better believe Scrubby. Hold on, I need to get my cleaning supplies for this. Wow, what a fun fucking live stream is it? Okay, I also brought some chemical supplies, but I'm not gonna lie, the most useful, and I do mean it, the most useful thing when it comes to cleaning glassware is running water, which is the one thing I cannot have here. We pick glowy stuff, no scrubby scrub. If you want glowy stuff, I need to do the scrubby scrub, because if I don't do the scrubby scrub, then it's gonna be dirty and it's gonna contaminate our glowy stuff. Scrubby action is part of doing chemistry. I always do scrubby. Exactly. See? Listen, Theo. Jeez, I sure am glad that I am just using my kitchen sink, which I also use for cleaning dishes, to clean my chemistry glassware. Hey kids, don't do as I do. I am a bad influence. Also, some gloves would be nice. Oh, where have I put my gloves? Does anyone remember where I put my gloves? Theo, do you know? Okay. Anyone remember where I put my gloves? That would really come in handy right now, not gonna lie. Does anyone remember? Anyone? I'm taking all... I almost went ahead and took a sip of this. No, this is my coffee. Hold on, I need to go and find my gloves. Wait, kitty. Ellie's busy. Okay, well, alright, so I unfortunately wasn't able to find any gloves. All I found was a half-open bottle of Jack Daniels, so that's kind of, yeah, I didn't find any gloves. Really unfortunate. They really would have come in handy, wouldn't they? Alright then, alright. Guess we're doing it manually. I guess with gloves I would still be doing it manually, wouldn't I? Imagine making a card drinks radioactive material made by Make It and turns into ADHD squared, kitty. Oh, that was trivially easy. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculously trivially easy. Squeaky clean! First try! This one won't be the first try. You know why? Because this is black tar. That's just unbreakable. And I honestly don't know how to... I had one idea on how to do it. My one idea was... I'm not joking you. My one idea was to set it on fire. Because if I set it on fire, it's gonna dry up quickly, and then once it dries up completely, then it'll be really easy to scrape off the bottom of the glass. That was my one idea. Which... Because you have to understand, this is like a thick boy. Like really thick. Like I can scoop it up and just have a spoonful. Okay? There is... And that spoonful took me hours to just scrub off. So I think genuinely setting it on fire might be the smartest way to go about this. I just want to have a think because, well, to be completely honest, I don't want to be wasting ethanol. That's my main reason. Also, I don't want to burn anything, so we should probably like set it up on something that's heat resistant, like my burning plate, for example. My burning plate is not heat resistant, but I don't care much about its well-being, so I pretend it's heat resistant. Okay, there we go. And then, after I set it on fire, it's gonna dry up, and once it dries up, it's gonna be really easy to like get everything off. Soak it in soapy water. Too late, I guess. Mate, this is black, just tar, just like carbon. A bunch of carbon. That's not something you can just wash away. If you can scoop it and spoon it out, yeah, but scooping it will take a really long time. Like, I'm still gonna scoop it, it's just that the plan is that I'm gonna first, burn it up, and then once it dries up completely, then I'm gonna scoop it, because it's gonna be much easier. Careful for bad gases. The worst gas here could be ammonia. Come on, I can handle that. Anyway, now it's time for my lovely, beautifully washed beaker to come and play. Because here's the thing. What color should we attempt? Should we attempt red or violet? That's a question. What color of fluorescence should we attempt? Oh, it's hissing. It's hissing a lot. It's hissing like crazy. Red, violet. Poll time. Not another poll time. Piranha solution would deal with tar very well, but would be unsafe. Okay, immoral. Using piranha solution for this sort of thing, it's kind of like cleaning your kitchen plates by using a shotgun, alright? I wouldn't call that cleaning. The one that is the hardest to fuck up. They're both quite difficult, actually. I would say that the easiest one... I would say that they're both difficult in different ways. The easiest one is green, because green is in the middle. But I already did green, so... Violet is really difficult because the quantum dots need to be really small. However, if they get too small, then they exit the visible spectrum. Red is really difficult because the dots have to be really big. But if you make the dots too big, then once again they leave the visible spectrum. That's why the red and... As a resident ex-lab assistant, this is not the way you should clean your glass, by the way, but I trust the process. Don't question me, Theo. Don't question me. I am curious what's happening. Is it fluorescent now? There, look at that! See? It's also really hot. Like it's you have no idea. It's really hot. It burns up like crazy. But look, it's fluorescent. We have achieved fluorescent. Congratulations. I'm gonna go get my burning glove because, well, if we're dealing with burning stuff, then a burning glove might help. So. Okay. It still gets through them quite quickly because it's really, really hot, but now how are we gonna dispose of it? That's a good question. I have an idea. It's not a good one. None of my ideas about this are good because it's kind of difficult. I need like a throwaway box. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that could work. That's amazing. I think I may have an idea. Hear me out. Well done. I should mention, nothing I do here on this stream, you should repeat at home, alright? That's a given. Listen kids, I am dealing with a really low budget and a kind of high cost kind of operation, so don't repeat ever anything I do here because it's really dangerous. This is gonna be a tricky procedure because if this caught on fire, that's cardboard, that's just gonna burn. I'm fine. It's fine. It's good. It's alright. I have a plan. But once again, it's not a good one. Oh, this is gonna make a splendid fire. It's fragile glassware. It's relatively cheap. I mean, yeah, it's not crazy expensive, I agree. Someone just went away speeding on the motorcycle outside my apartment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, glassware, even the borosilicate ones, it's relatively achievable, so... I slightly believe that your table is a bit messy. I am cleaning, alright? You know what, leaving that spoon inside, that was, in retrospect, I probably should have taken it out, but I was kind of hoping that it would take care of also the things that are at the end of the spoon. And they did! I'm a genius. Oh, you fools didn't believe in me! Oh, you fools! I pity you for doubting me. Okay. Okay. You ready? Oh, this is gonna be wacky. Fire's out. That's a lot of gas, which I don't quite enjoy. Alright. Well, this will either go well or it will set on fire. So, 50-50. You know, could be worse. Could certainly be worse. The heat is kind of going through the glove a bit, so I don't appreciate that much. If I reverse the glove and do it left-handed, then that's a terrible idea. Oh, splendid. Yeah, it smells. Oh, it smells. Yeah, it smells. Okay, good. Now, we need some kind of piece of metal, which I'm gonna use one of my curved tools, which I honestly have no idea what this is supposed to be, but I'm gonna use it. Soup. Yeah, exactly. Soup indeed. Alright. I'm gonna go left-handed for this as well. I really wish I had a right-handed burning glove. I mean left-handed burning glove, because I only have a right-handed one. It would in fact be convenient to have one for both hands. But hey, we do with what we can, am I right? Oh, it worked. It's completely... Oh, it's so... Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, you can applaud now, by the way. I'm just saying. If you want to, then right now would be the time. Because what I did worked perfectly and exactly as expected. And I've done an amazing job. So yeah, if you want to upload, right now is the time. But you know, no worries, do not. Oh, that worked out so tremendously. Oh, I can't believe it. I honestly am a bit shook. I was expecting the box to completely catch on fire. But it's nice that it didn't. Kitty, go away, get out of the kitchen. I'm busy. I'm busy working with chemicals you don't want to get involved with. Get out of the kitchen, get out of the kitchen, get out of the kitchen. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, okay, burning glove, and let's see. There's just a little bit remaining, but that's... I think I can handle that. Mickey got a cat. Oh, mate, you don't follow the news, do you? It's been quite a while now. Like, it worked. I'll be so honest with you. There was a gamble. It was a complete gamble, but it paid off like crazy. Kids, don't do anything I do at home, because it's bad practice. It's not good chemistry, but yeah, but I am amazing at the same time. There we go. That was the most difficult part. This is just cleaning. That's just cleaning. That's it. That's all there is to it. This I just need to wash off. That's not difficult. Why in the first place did you have black tar in the glass? It was a byproduct of making carbon quantum dots. You wouldn't believe it, but a byproduct of making carbon quantum dots is carbon. I know, it's crazy. I am incredible. Like, I really am. I'm magnificent. You should all be impressed. Okay, good now. Well, I guess let's just... I love how 90% of all chemistry videos ever is do not try this dangerous stuff at home. This is a live stream even. So these aren't even editing tricks. This is just me doing my thing. But yeah, you really shouldn't try this at home, Payat. I just have a low budget. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay, washing this, trivial. That would be easy. So I can leave that for now. Then I feel a bit dizzy. I imagine that's most likely ammonia, but that happens. So now, let's try our hand at fluorescence. How about that? Just a normal amount of narcissism. Theo, listen, it's not my fault I am incredible. I'm just speaking the truth. The villain from Wish. That's who I am. Alright, it's just me. He's just me. The kids movie Wish. What was the name of the villain? It was like Magnifico or something like that. Check the name. I'm magnificent. I put the I in omnipotent. It was really good. But yeah, in order to make something fluorescent... Wait, did we settle on red or violet? Which one did we settle on? Oh, am I really gonna make another poll for you? Unbelievable. But fine. Another poll it is. Color. Violet. Reddish. I'm saying reddish because it could be orange. Make it, you've watched Wish? Yeah, obviously. Check the name, I'm magnificent. I put the I in omnipotent. Violet is winning. I like by a margin as well. I'm gonna leave for one more vote. Okay, 6 votes, that's enough. Violet won, so we shall attempt Violet. Now here's the pickle of doing it with Violet. That pickle being, should I go with additional acid or should I just leave it with water? Orange rhymes with door hinge. I mean, it kinda does, doesn't it? Okay. Alright then, let's try it. Where's my scale? There it is. Obviously it's right there. Okay then. Okay. So, what we need is we have urea, we have citric acid. We need to mix them both together. Kitty, you mind? I'm trying to stream. Alright, remember the 2 bearing things I dropped on the ground? My cat was playing with them. Don't worry, took him away from the gentleman. Now he just has to be a cat, like an old person. Okay, so we need to mix urea, we need to mix citric acid, and what we're trying to achieve? We're trying to achieve violet. Violet means that we want to extract water, but we don't want to extract too much of it. To which my guess is, hear me out, we should dissolve them in water. If we dissolve citric acid and urea in water, and then boil it up, we should have enough bonding to create large enough graphite, whilst at the same time we should hopefully not have too much bonding, so it should be still relatively high wavelength. That's my guess, at least. What would I know? Okay then. Time to mix it up. Done, and there we go, 0, 0. Great. Then we start with some urea. That's 5.6. Where's my notebook? Here it is. Now where's my... This... Okay. So this is experiment number 3. Just acid. No, wait. In which case we have 5.62. We should probably go for a little bit more, shouldn't we? $9.89. I'm satisfied with that. It's also always found that human body could remove nitrogen compounds safely. Yeah, which is why it's fun. You don't get to see nitrogen all that often in chemistry. Like, every single time you see nitrogen, it's for something exciting. That's why I'm always thrilled to see nitrogen. And then once we add citric acid, we get 30. I might have overdone it. Well, no, it's ratio is 2:1. I actually did it perfectly. I take it back. So then 30.5, which means that we added, calculator, 30.5 minus 9.89. 2061. Citric acids. There we go. Mix it up. And then we need to add some water. And that actually would be it. That actually would be all the chemistry. Well, all the chemicals, I should say. Because afterwards we still do need to boil it for hours. Okay then. Mix, and then add some water. I should probably measure around the amount of water we're gonna add. So let me add it off camera. Solvents, water. Okay. Now it's time to mix some more, not too much. And the fun thing about that is that right now it will in fact not be fluorescent at all. This is not fluorescent in the slightest. This is just reflecting ultraviolet light. So, in order to make it fluorescent, what we need to do is we need to gather up the carbon and we need to bind it together into layers of graphite, into quantum dots, in order to make it glow. And as such, I need to prepare the heating plate. If you all don't mind. Also, have anyone observed that Make It laughs more when he does chemistry compared to other stuff? That is simply not true, David, and that shows poor attention on your part. I have a thing where I laugh loudly only when it comes to the reactions to other emotions. I'll be back to explain. I'm setting up the boiling thing on my balcony because I have some respect for my safety, okay? So I'm gonna be boiling it on my balcony where there is air and where I won't have to choke inside. Isn't that convenient? The Bolicony, yeah. Blood. Yeah, but still, it's funny it's called urea piss. Okay, now I'm going away for the last time. Okay, and I am back. I've put it up at what time is it right now for me? 11:23, and that's 3/4. No, 2/3. 2/3 heat. Okay, and this is just my journal for the video about that. There we have it. Did you all enjoy chemistry? I hope you did, because now in order for me to actually make it fluorescent, we need to wait for hours. Hours. So I'm gonna make the poll again. Actually no, I'm not gonna make a poll again. You already decided chemistry, so we're gonna stay here and wait. The only question being, what do we do in the meantime while we wait? And I think a splendid choice would be to work on a video. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. Instead, we're going to... Should we make a new design for Botty's body? That sounds fun. Joke's on you, we're doing mechanics after all. So, I'm opening up SolidWorks, so this will take a while. Skip at long last, yeah, at long last. If you all recall the problem from the last live stream, then you will know already why it will be rather difficult to make that design or to make it work in any reasonable way. And as a quick refresher, it's because we have a certain discrete distance between our starting position and our ending position, but we can complete that distance only in certain segments of discrete length. So here we have it. This is what we came up with last stream, this sketch right here, which represents each vertex here represents the position of a different gear. Now, we don't recall because it's 6 AM. Oh, language! Adrian, language! Jeez, my goodness. I swear it's ridiculous. Kids these days, am I right? But the point is, right here, we have a sketch. Each vertex represents a point where there will be a gear. And if I recall correctly, this will be 12 to... Right here, we'll need to make an adapter. Right here we'll need to make an adapter, which goes from 12 of the module of the gear on the motor to 12 of module 1, because I think we were using 1, and then right here we're gonna have 12 of the module 1 to 60 of module 1, 1260, 1230, and 3060 if I recall correctly, but I could be wrong. So we do have this module we picked is a 1. No, that was 12 to 30, sorry, at the end. Yeah, so right here we have a calculator which tells us the optimum distance between everything. And if we go to sketch, you can see all of these have these optimal distances. Those distances being 36 for 12 to 60 and then 21 for 12 to 30. Okay. We brave because I was feeling like I was too dependent on it. Well, I'm glad you are taking a break then, Lycan. I really am. And welcome to Livestream. Hi there, how you doing? So. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Okay. Another pickle we will have is that we will need those gears to be on this. These are bearings. We'll need them to be on bearings because if they won't be on bearings, well then the friction is gonna kill it. Which means we not only need to design all of this, we also need to design the gear with the bearing entrance. Make it, what do you think of streams in which we play Gartic Phone / Scribble, etc. and they use a silly name like Gartic Phone Tuesdays? Funny enough, David, I used to do that. They were called Sleepy Sundays. And I used to genuinely do it. We used to have live streams on which every Sunday I bought Jackbox for it, the game Jackbox. And every Sunday we would just play Jackbox. We genuinely used to do that. It was actually, that was back when my workaholism got really, really bad, and then every single day I was just working on the video, and then every Sunday, instead of working on the video, we were just playing Jackbox. I don't know, we might get back to it, we shall see. But for now, it's designing time. Ooh, exciting. If you don't mind, I'm gonna really quickly. Okay. I think this should be perfect. When did you get those cool intro transitions? From Tefta, of course. I always get all of the cool graphical stuff from Tefta. Tefta just made one for me one day. It was really neat. You can have more call than you do now. I'm impressed. Right now, I'm doing really well when it comes to my workaholism. Actually, I'm not working too much at this point, which is good. I used to be really terrible. Okay. New part, let's go for it. This part will be called a bearing. Now the way we're gonna achieve the gears is the same way as I did it, probably the same way as I did that in the old model, which is we're gonna have two different parts, one at the bottom, one at the top, and they'll both like close in on the bearing, because that's something that just worked really well for me. So let's make a bearing. Goodness, it's really running slowly. I don't know why. Why are you running so slowly? Is it because of Bumble in the background? Because there's nothing else. Alright. Jeez, get your act together. This is ridiculous. Turn that work call into work amine or work unknown. That's funny. Alright. Size of the gear 22 millimeters. Bearing, sorry, bearing. 22 millimeters. I swear, what's taking up all of my resources? Why is this running so slowly? OBS Studio? It's apparently it, just OBS Studio. And Windows Explorer for some wacky reason. Okay, there we go. Now it hopefully... No, it is not better in fact. It's still running crazy slow. Alright, so the inner ring. OBS mines Bitcoin. Apparently, I don't know why it's running so slowly. Last time we didn't have that problem. 80 millimeters. Okay, no, I can't walk like this. This is ridiculous. Every single action I make takes like 3 seconds. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the file explorer because sometimes it works on Windows. Would you look at that? It appears to have worked. It worked perfectly. I just needed to restart the file explorer. That's great. That's cool. Windows, what a reliable tool you are. Okay, what's the height of our bearing? The height of our bearing is 7. Okay, so this is gonna be our bearing, for which we are going to change the appearance of the entire thing to be yellow. That's because yellow in my case means non-printed parts. Hey Naked, you still on Windows 10? If yes, do you still have Paint 3D? I don't know if they're using Paint 3D instead of Paint, but apparently Microsoft is getting rid of it. I want to find it to feel the same. I don't use Paint 3D, no. I'm on Windows 11. I just realized that my Discord has died as well. Like my little thing is not popping up. Now? Oh my, no, it's just not popping up. How about... No! No, my maker is sad. Give me a second. I need to restart Discord. There we go. No! No! It's still broken! My maker is sad! No! Hold on. How about now? Damn it! No, my maker is just permanently sad. Tragic! That is just truly tragic. Well, I guess we're doing it with sad make it today, unfortunately. Okay. This is solid, but then what we'll need is we will need something from the toolbox. And that thing will be power transmission gears. We'll need the 12, the 60 and 30 spare gears. Right. Or helical gears? I think helical gears might have been better actually. I got into college! Great for you, Gramit! Oh, I'm so glad you did. There we go, that's great. I think helical gears were better. But I'm not certain. Can I just change it equations wise? So for example, number of teeth, there we go, 18. I'm pretty certain I can just change that, right? And nothing bad will happen. So if I just change it to 12. No, the answer is no. Okay. The answer is no. Alright, that's fine. Okay. If I recall correctly, the proper way to do it, well, not proper, only the way that worked for me, was to add it like this, and then change it. So module will be a 1, that's what we're going to be using. Number of teeth, 12. And so this will be the smallest gear. Oh my goodness, do helical gears have different distances they need to be at? I hope not, because like if you think about it, then a helical gear, if you take a slice of it, then this equation is for like a slice of a gear. And if you think about it, then if you take these infinitely small slices of a helical gear and just shift them around, you would get a spare gear. And as such, at any slice, the distance should be equivalent to a spare gear. The reasoning makes sense in my head, but I don't know if it actually makes sense. I hope it does. Like, you get what I mean. Yeah, you get what I mean. You understand. Number of gear 12. Right. Helix action, right hand, why not? Helix angle, 45, why not? I'm gonna leave it. Face width, is it the... Yes, it is. Good. So we're gonna do a 5. Because I think 5 would be a nice little compromise between distance and such. Are the textbooks on gears? Yes. However, there aren't any... Well, no. There are some even on LibreText, but the ones on LibreText were going a lot more into usage of gears than the theory. Hi to Greg, by the way. What time is in 3 months I just yet? Oh, it's hard to say, honestly. Okay, so we have this. This will be our first gear. Then we're gonna have a second one. Basic idea being, once again, number of teeth 30 this time. Module 1, everything the same. Alright. And then 60. Yeah, you see the pickle, right? You see the pickle. At each one of these vertices, we'll need to have one of the big gears. And at each one of... like this. And one of the small ones. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It is going to be quite rough. Yeah, rebuild and save, whatever. Now what we want to do... I don't see any pickles. You don't have my pickle vision. I'm looking for like a more clever way to do this, but because this would require it to be quite thick, we might need to widen, like increase the size of body a fair bit. Add a whole segment on the side that will just be for gears, which, now that I say it aloud, that actually wouldn't be too bad. Huh. That actually might be pretty clever. Alright, let's do it. So in order to make our gears, what we're gonna do is we're going to open them up. This is how we're gonna achieve that. Because I've already played these games before, already been there, done that, so I already know how to handle the gears, and we need to handle them by first exporting them. Step. like this and like this. There we go. And the reason why we want to export them is because the Windows handling on SolidWorks is truly something. Okay, the reason why we want to export them is because SolidWorks gets really confused when you duplicate files, and as such it's better sometimes to export than re-import. New part, alright. So right here what we're going to make is we're going to make 1260 gear bottom. I just realized that that name doesn't really, that name is just straight up wrong, so I'm gonna close it up and delete that thing. That's not really needed. Actually, it's going to be 60 gear bottom. So 60 gear bottom. There we go. And the way this is gonna work is we'll import coffee, new portfolio this up, read some good concentrated extractions. Ooh. Oh, don't smooth talk me like that, Theo. I do respect people who can make good coffee. I myself drink cheap trash, but that's, you know. But I do still respect people who can make good coffee. What do you import? There's no import button. I remember I have imported stuff in the past just fine. This. Oh good, oh golly, that seemed to have worked. No, don't run diagnostics. Okay, we can still handle it. That's great. So basically, what we would like to do is first probably take care of the hole. We don't actually need that hole in the middle. There we go. And then make it. Do you guys actually do daylight savings? And if you do, why? What do you mean you guys do daylight saving? Who's the you guys in this scenario? Because you specifically mentioned it as a plurality, and I'm curious who you're dropping me in with. Oh damn it! No, I meant this as a 60. Choose a different name. Oh, because it's already opened, so I can't. Close this and override the 60 gear bottom. Poland. I don't know if we do daylight savings. I don't know. Okay, so this will be our gear. Now, into it, what we would like to do is we would like to add in a hole for the bearing. I just realized that the 5mm might be a bit rough. We could probably use a bit more than 5mm. Or maybe not. Maybe 5mm would be good. That's gonna be tricky. But I think I have an idea. Okay, so the bearing has diameter of 22. So we will do perfectly 22. That's what we will do. We'll do perfectly 22. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. That is big. That's way bigger than I expected. Actually, that'll be a problem. That's like problem size big. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You mean to tell me that that's the right distance? I kind of refuse to believe that this line would be enough of a distance for these. Yeah, no, how? What? No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. Center distance, 21 millimeters. No wait, 1260. 36 millimeters. In my dreams, I must be doing something wrong. 36. Yeah, no, I simply must be doing it wrong. Okay, what am I doing wrong? We need to figure this out because module 1, yes. Module 1. Maybe it's not module 1. Units millimeter module, yeah. Or maybe helical gears are bigger. That wouldn't make much sense. That really wouldn't make much sense. Spare gear should be just as big. Number of teeth 60. I don't know why you pick a number of teeth from a drop down, but they are much smaller. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so I guess we can't use helical gears. Or maybe we can't. No, wait. We done the calculations for, yeah. As far as helical gears will be, another time. Another time, another place. Okay. So we're going with these. We're going with spare gears. What happened? What went wrong make it? What went wrong is that helical gears with the same module are actually bigger than spare gears, which means that my calculations were just wrong for helical gears. Ah, that happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Well, it happened to me, so clearly it happens to the best of us. Okay. But let's think about it. Because if we need to start from scratch, might as well think about it some more. What should be the thickness of the spare gear? If the thickness of the bearing is 7 millimeters, right, then it would also make sense for the size of the gear to be 7. However, we would need at any point, like, I would say 3 overlapping. That would be probably a good choice, which is 21. 21. And at 21 millimeters, that's 2 centimeters, which would add quite a significant bit of size to body. Unless at the back we also add a bit. You know what? Maybe never mind. This could actually be manageable. Yes. This could be manageable. I think we could try to have our gears be a 7. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Module 1, number 1360, triangle. This face width, let's do a 7. It's big, but I think it should be fine. Hub diameter, I would like 0. May I? I may not. Alright, well, if we're gonna have some kind of hub diameter, I would like it to be a 7 then, for this. Wait, not 7, 22. Because then it will at least fit the bearing. Yeah. $22. No QA. Okay, so this will be our 60. Then next one will be our 30. What exactly will this be when finished? A robot. Obviously. 30 can still, that's good. This is good. I'm glad that 30 can still fit it in. Because if 30 can fit it in, Yeah. Because if 30 can fit it in, well, it's gonna be a bit slim with connections to an outer gear, now I think about it. That's gonna be rough. Okay. Because the last one would be 12. 30 needs to fit in a bearing on the inside, because if it doesn't, then we won't be able to put it on a bearing, because the 12 will be the connector. For the 12, the studio just disconnected and reconnected. That was quick, cool. Okay, so we have these. Okay, we have this, export as, and then we just export it like this. Then you export as, and then you export as. Bye Moral, bye, have a good one. Then we turn off the gears, and then we create, and then we take the models, and we start with the 60T, because that would be the easiest one. Oh yeah, sure, why not, run diagnostics. Okay, that's good, no problems, that's what I like to hear. 60 gear bottom, that's how we're gonna save it. So this will be our biggest gear for the movement system. And the modifications we want, because it's already solid, but there are modifications we want to do to it. That's because we need some kind of way of connecting the other gears, or more specifically the 12 gear, which means we need to design some kind of system. So right away I'm gonna make a new part, that part being the 12th. No problems, that's what I like to hear. And we're gonna call it 12 gear top. That's because this will be top gear. Pun intended, I guess. Dumb joke. And so now, we need to figure out a connection between them. Hold on, I'm gonna check up on the boiling liquid we did at the beginning of the stream, by the way, to see how it's going. It appears that all of the citric acid and urea has dissolved, which is good. That's good news. I'm also gonna shine some UV light on it to see how the fluorescence functions. Still not fluorescent in any way. Absolutely no fluorescence, but that's to be expected. It's only been there for a little bit. Welcome back, David. Okay, so what we want to do right here is, first of all, I'm going to fill in the gap, because we don't actually need it. Perfection. Okay, then we need to make the connector. The connector between the two that will actually hold in the gears together. And I suppose the best way to go about that would be, let's think, the 31. How big do we want to make it? How big can we make it? 22. One single event. 22 was the size of the bearing, and the middle gear was a little bit bigger than the bearing, which means a radius of 12 should be on the edge of what we can do. On the Edge of Tomorrow, great movie. 24. One millimeter here, because we want it to be small, and this will be our plate. 24. Now this is a bit of a pickle, to be fair. That's because of the middle gear. If it wasn't for the middle gear, we would be fine. we would be absolutely fine if it wasn't for the 30 bottom gear. That's because right here we still need the connector, and we still need it to be... Oh, never mind. Can we do 25? We can do 25. Can we do 27? We can have 27. Oh, that's great. Okay, okay. The bigger the better. There we go. Coffee update. Some really good ristretto. Just what is ristretto? My. Okay, now. Ristretto. Short of espresso made similar of coffee grounds. Regular espresso. I try with less water. Jeez. Gee whiz. So basically espresso. I'm bad at coffee. 1:1 gram coffee to liquid out ratio. It's thick and concentrated. I can imagine. How is it? Just hits it differently. How? Yes. Okay. Now, let me explain to you what we need to do. Let me explain to you what we need to do. Right here, we don't need any of these gears anymore. we already had fun, we don't need them. There we go, delete it. Now, instead of these gears, we're going to add the 3 gears we just created, which are these. And then, an additional 12 gear top. What we need to do is we need to make some kind of connector between these two and these two. Some kind of connector that will not go in the way of the bearing and at the same time will hold them strong. Hi there, old Martin, how you doing? Actually, you know what's convenient? Because it just got me thinking. M3 screws are a bit big, but I did start this live stream by getting the M2 ones, right? And how long are our longest M2? Because if you remember correctly, then the thickness of our gears will be 7 millimeters. And it does appear that we have some longer ones here. So we could use this kind of screw, for example, which is absolutely tiny, to bind them together. Yes. Which means we can actually make holes for M2s. How big do we need to make these holes? That says 188, so I imagine a 2, which means a little bit of... we have 2.5. That would be the diameter. Really coats your mouth and you really taste the flavor of the coffee. It does it so I don't get the bitter stuff as much. It's really fruity with cacao kind of vibe, a slight juicy acidity. I don't mean to be that guy, Theo, but the taste you're describing, they sound like your dating profile. Preference. Really fruity with a cacao kind of vibe, a slight citrusy acidity. I'm sorry, that was a really dumb joke. But it does sound really nice, it does sound really lovely. As a contrast, I like my men like I like my yogurt. Sweet and fruity. New drawing, so you can check if you want. Obviously, I would love to check. Oh, I'm checking. Kills me. Hi, Misty. Hi, welcome. Oh my goodness! Oh, I need to get up now. I need to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, the Kaplan is good, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I'm sorry, I need to really like the painting. Look at it! I mean... Oh, I'm saving it. Hold on. No, please don't wait down. Hold on, I need to save it into my all matter folder. Ah, that's good. That fuels me. That's what gets me through the day. It's gorgeous. Right, that's what I'm saying! It is! It really is! Hold on, I'm sorry for no view, but I'm putting everything into my all matter folder. Okay, there we go. The color one's also really good, but I mean, the left one, oh, it might be one of the best ones you've ever done. I really like it a lot. I really, really do like it a lot. I can't stop looking at it. I really should move on. We had a pretty nice streak with the gears, but I mean... Oh, it's magnificent. I'm sorry, I really should move on, but I'm having a lot of trouble. I've always said it's... By the way, I would just like to mention that this is what the all matter folder looks like at this point. It's a lot. The tiny makers I especially do adore, because all of them are stickers on the Discord server as well. Because they're just lovely. Necromancer. I am changing my phone background right now. Hold on, I'm gonna get my phone. And I will have you know that my phone background for the past however many years has been unchanged, and it's been just a random module image I have found to... Oh, my piercings came. That's good. Doesn't matter. That's unrelated. It's been a random module picture that I just took a really long time ago to look up what a certain module does, and it just remained unchanged. And now I am finally ready to change it, because I am absolutely, without a doubt, changing it to the make it painted like one of the French girls rendition by All Matter. It's what piercings. You'll see, Adrian. You'll see. That's the story for another time. I bought them for a video, totally. Trust me. Oh, that's incredible. I'm having always such a hard time just getting back to what I was doing when All Matter comes, because I really love these. I love so much. They're really incredible, All Matter. I know that I sound like a broken record, but I don't know what else to do. I thank you. Just thank you. That's all I can say. Don't thank me. This is incredible. I'm the one thinking it. This is really amazing. Oh, I love it so much. I really think it's incredible. Oh yeah, I'm having trouble downloading it for some reason, because Android is just idiotic, but oh, it's really incredible. I mean, the cartoon is also really good, but it's I just can't. It's really great. Oh, hold on. Look who it is, by the way. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, and the devil will appear. Look who came to the stream. Look into the camera. You don't want to look into the camera. I know that I may be holding him up, like, in a very uncomfortable way, but in my defense, this little rascal has been dropping a bunch of my science equipment everywhere. Meat. Yeah. You know what you've done. He's purring. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Couldn't care less. I really am having a lot of trouble moving on from this. This is really good. Oh. This is the best drawing of myself I've ever seen. Possibly the best piece of media making related. I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, I'll attempt to move on. What are we doing? Oh yeah, right, connectors. Gear connectors. And yeah, right, I forgot. I already forgot the measurement. Was it 2.5 millimeters, I think, that we wanted to make? Yeah, because it's 183, which we round up to 2, and then we add 0.5 millimeter of tolerance, which means 2.5 millimeters. And then all we need to do is we just need to attach the gears, effectively. Attach it to the gears. So what we will have is we'll just have a 2.5 hole, some distance away. Can I do a distance away from the edge? Okay, from the center, that's also good. We could do 11 actually, and then we just need to cross our fingers that it doesn't cause any troubles with the 30 gear, because the 30 gear will be a real... Oh my goodness, it can also cause troubles with this gear. Oh crap. Yeah. So here's the problem we'll be having. We cannot have this hole interfere with our bearing hole, because then we'd have a screw going directly into a bearing, which, strong as I may be, I don't think I'll be able to drive a piece of metal into another piece of metal with my bare hands. Trust me, I've tried in the past. You see, sometimes I have trouble getting up in the morning, and driving a piece of metal into another piece of metal, that might be beyond my capabilities. So, that means we need to find another way. This feels like a thin line to walk on, unless weak for real. What can I say? I'm a scientist. I usually build stuff that do the heavy lifting for me. I'm building one right now. If we do 11... Okay, if we go a little bit beyond that limit, just ever so slightly beyond, 12.5, like this. It's barely, because barely, but it is in the fine zone. And then we could manage to... We could have as not that much of a problem if all we do is we just add a 3x3 like this. And then we just trim these. There we go. This could... Actually, we don't need the 3. I just realized I'm an idiot. Right. We can do less than 3. We can do a 1.5 then, I imagine. Nope, I'm also an idiot. That was close. So we're fine. A 2 it is. Okay. Alright, 2 is also pretty slim. Unless we move back... Wait, what am I doing? I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. Control Z till we didn't have them. Yeah. So they are 12.5 away. Okay. Not 2.5. Alright, don't. We're still in the sketch. We're going to add another one at the bottom. There's also going to be a 3. And right here we're gonna have a 2.5. And then just trim. Perfection-ish. It looks good. I would say it looks good. I would say it looks good, looks solid, and it should hopefully be enough. Did you just hear that? What are you meowing at? What do you want? I gave you food. I cleaned your litter. I'm doing more for you than I do for myself. I don't ever make any food for me. I just have a wait and starve policy. Okay, there we go. This should be enough, I hope. Now we can go to the 30, which, that's the problem with the 30, right? It was right at the limits. So now we edit the sketch, and if we try to add in, oh, it's gonna be close. 12.5, 3. Oh, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that was what I was worried about. Precisely what I was... You know what I just realized? We don't actually need them. Yeah. We can just make an additional sketch. That would be 2.5. 2.5. To be fair, this piece is quite thin. And I think I would prefer not having it at all rather than it being that thin. Which means we could make the hole ever slightly bigger. Worst case scenario, it's not gonna hold quite as well. Which I'm fine with. There we go. I think I'm fine-ish with this. Give her a snuggle. Theo, I'm modeling all of this with one hand. Because I'm penning with the other one. I am trapped. Okay? I would like this to be a bit more extruded now that I think about it. Yeah, I think... let me think. Because this is gonna be impossible to print this way. Yeah, I'm being an idiot about it. No question. I am being just a huge idiot. We need to delete this. Delete all of it. And then just a new sketch. Like this. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go and check up on the fluorescent material again to see how it's doing. Okay, I turned up the heat. I turned up the heat to 3/4. So I need to note that down. 12, 18. I know that I don't need to switch to full camera to note this down, but that's just force of habit more than anything else. Okay. I was scared of this 40th upon the whole break. These, maybe, but I'm more worried about this in the middle, honestly. But to be fair, that will be supported by the bearing, so it could be fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this be, then I'm gonna get back here, and here's the thing. We need to delete everything again. Five and 2.5. Once again, I'm modeling with only one hand, so this might slow me down a bit. We want mirror. Okay, perfection. Now we save it, and then we go to the 12-gate top. And in the 12-gate top, what we do is we do the same exact thing. Yeah, the 12.5 is rough, but to be fair, right here we do have the freedom. We can just easily increase the size of this. The cat is playing with my lab coat. This is really distracting. Right, this is all proper. Mirror around this. Okay, perfect. Now we go back to the body file. Right here we have all of them updated, and then hopefully we should be able to make this to this. We should be able to make this to this, and then we should be able to just mate in the holes. Like this. And these will be our gears which we will use. And then last thing last, which will be the bearing. To be exact. Perfect. I'd say perfect. So this is how our gears will function. Great. This is not bad actually, I would say. All things considered, could be worse. That's because now all we need to do is just make like a stand for all of the gears with proper distances, which should be easy because if I'm not mistaken, all these angles are 45 degrees and the distances are discrete. So that should be trivial. Okay, Well, let's try them. We need to, well, ideally we don't need to, but ideally we would like to make an additional part right here. So I'm gonna open up the plate and I'm going to, on the sides, add attachments for the extra side part. Yeah. It only needs to be 6. Actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't even need to be that height. Yeah, leave it at 2.5. And then a 6. And then a 6. Perfection, and then these two linear pattern. I'm sorry, 51.5, is that the 51.75? No, 25. No, what is that distance? So the total height is 90. If we do 0, then it's going to be all in the same spot, right? So we do 1. Yeah, okay. So that's the distance from the very beginning, which means that's 90 minus 6? Oh no, that's the distance between the first one. Which means, a bit of maths. That's fine, I can handle it. We have 90, then we have this to this. That's our x, and then that would be the second, and that would be the third. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 like this, which means 3x minus 6 equals 90. No, plus 6 equals 90, which means 3x equals 84. So 84 divided by 3. Absolutely not, apparently. If we do 6, yeah. Oh, divided by 4, right. 84 divided by 4, so that would be 41. Still no. What am I doing wrong? It's 160. Shit, not 90. Right. 160. Okay. Minus 6, 154. Divide by... Yeah, okay, there we go. There, this will be our connector for the handler. 3x. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. This will be our connector for the handler, and then the handler will need to handle everything at the right distance. One of the advices I got, by the way, one piece of advice I got was to add more holes into the designs because they don't actually need to be full, and I'm kind of wasting time by making them full. And I think that's a pretty solid piece of advice. So we could do that as well, because they absolutely do not need to be full. We can do that right away. At the top, I'm gonna... What's the thickness of this wall? Okay, so that's cut extrude. It's 28, and I imagine this is 30. Yeah, which means the 2. Okay, got it. What are you doing? My cat just leaped on the table where I work. Piss off. There's a lot of dangerous chemicals over there. Don't yell at me. I'm trying to save your life. Ungrateful. I am also actively endangering your life, but at least I feed you, alright? We we all have problems in life. This will be, I imagine, 15. I imagine that will be exactly the part of it. Then this will be a clean 10. And then this will be a clean 6. This will be clean 28. Wait, not 28. Let's do 24. There. That way it shouldn't be at all more difficult to print, because all of these are pretty convenient angles. But hopefully it will cut on the print time and help a bit. There we go. And actually the front face as well. That also. And in this case, let's do a hexagon. Like this, at 16. And I remember there was a way to 10 lines for construction. There we go. That's because now what we can do is we can make absolutely no limit. Why are you going the entire way? No. Three-point arc. 2. Okay, 3-point arc. And then what we want is we want 1, then middle, then the last one. No wait, okay, so this, and then I can't select this point. Yeah, they're ever so slightly off for whatever reason. Oh wait, there's a better way to do it. I'm doing it like an idiot. Select this, and then don't fix slots, no. Overdefined. Oh, that works. There we go. Perfect. And let's do it as a 4. Oh, I am good at what I do actually. This actually worked out really well. That's because then all we need to do is just do another one of the 3-point arcs. And then in between these two, no, don't fix. These two, like so. You're over-defined. Oh, why are you over-defined? This worked out at the bottom. What seems to be a problem? Just snap into it. This one doesn't have anything defined, does it? So this is a 4. Invalid geometry. Oh why, oh why? Invalid geometry, what's the problem? I am so confused. Why? That's what confuses me. Well, vertical is easy because it's already vertical, but... Oh, that's highly confusing. It's over-defined. Okay, fine, we'll do it the other way then. Which is, we'll just select the entire curve at the bottom, and then we're going to just mirror it around the middle. And hopefully this will be printable. That's the hope at least. If it won't be, then we just need to disable the tolls, so it's not too bad. But there we go. Now the plate, for the plate we can do the same thing actually. We can add like a bit of a maintenance hole down the middle to make our life just easier. Because to be fair, we don't really need much over there. Right, I'm sorry, I just blacked out for a second. So, we have this much of the design. This is already looking pretty good, I would say. I'm getting a bit exhausted. But it's not yet time to rest. Okay. No, I suppose that's it. I'm spent. I'm really tired. We did do a lot today, from the water jab at fluorescence, which unfortunately I won't be able to show you this stream, through breaking my Discord so that the make it isn't popping up in the corner, up to remodeling body a fair bit. So I would say it's been fairly productive. I think that's gonna be it for now, because I am really tired for some reason. And hopefully, next stream we'll be able to actually start printing body to test how the gears are landing. And so for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.